So, in all cases, past papers are available to have a look at online, so you can get some sense of the structure of the relevant paper. But in the majority of cases, we try to design the tests such that they don't sort of respond to cramming and to learning how to do the test. So
Oh,
they're not, as far as we can make them, quite like GCSEs or A levels, where if you practice enough of the past questions, then the questions you'll see in the real thing will look like at least some of the past ones, and you can just sort of turn the handle on the machine and churn out the right answer.
yeah.
What we're aiming for in a lot of cases is to ask questions which are unfamiliar, but which can be answered based on a relatively small core of knowledge in the case of sciences. And in the case of humanities, questions that don't depend on any prior knowledge, but simply ask you to write intelligently and react to something in front of you that you've not seen before. So the English literature admissions test, I think, looks pretty similar most years. I think have a piece of prose and a piece of poetry which have been provided in the hope that nobody taking the test has seen either of these pieces before, and you're told to compare and contrast and compare it with whatever you've read. So, it doesn't have to be the comparison with Shakespeare or Jane Austen or Dickens or something like that. If you're into steampunk or anything that has really interested you, then draw the comparisons with that, with the stuff that you're particularly interested in. If you're applying for literature, one presumes you have actually been reading, literature, but it doesn't need to be canonical literature. History, have a history aptitude test where you typically presented with an article which, once again, nobody will have read in advance, and you're asked more to think about the article and what it's saying and whether you think the author has really demonstrated their point, whether there's anything actually missing in their reasoning, etc. It doesn't require you to know anything about any specific history. So there is no need to cram dates and specific information in advance. The one thing that's universal for all of our admissions tests is get as good a night's sleep the night
Mm,
before as you can possibly manage. It's not easy if you're nervous about the test, of course,
yeah.
but
Mm.
thinking clearly and sharply in the test is going to be more useful to you than any sort of last minute revision.